Listen, the way you start your morning determines the way you live your life. Most people hit snooze, roll over, and choose comfort. But champions rise early. Champions take control of their mornings. Champions sweat before the world even wakes up. The truth is simple. If you can own your morning, you can own your body. And if you can own your body, you can own your life. When that alarm goes off, it's not just a sound. It's a test of who you are. Will you stay weak, or will you rise strong? Will you choose excuses, or will you choose effort? Because every single morning is a chance to decide. Am I going to stay average, or am I going to train like the person I was born to be? The gym is waiting. The weights don't care if you're tired. The track doesn't care if you had a long day. Your body doesn't care about excuses. It only responds to action. And every time you show up, every time you push, every time you sweat, you're not just building muscle. You're building discipline. That discipline will carry you through life. It will give you energy when others are drained. It will give you confidence when others doubt themselves. It will give you strength when life tries to break you. So stop waiting. Stop telling yourself tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. The only thing you have is today. And today is screaming for you to rise up, lace up your shoes, hit the gym, and fight for your best self. Don't waste your mornings scrolling. Don't waste your mornings sleeping. Invest your mornings in sweat, in strength, in growth. Because when you start your day with power, nothing can stop you. You've got two choices every morning. Stay the same or get stronger. Stay average or get extraordinary. Stay asleep or wake up and work. So get up, move, lift, run, push, sweat. This is your time, your day, your life. Wake up early, start strong, train hard, stay consistent, and watch how your mornings transform your body. And your body transforms your entire life. Own your morning, own your life. Every morning you wake up, you're faced with a choice to control the day or let the day control you. Most people roll over, hit the snooze button, and surrender their strength before they even rise. But not you, not anymore. The way you start your morning dictates the rhythm of your entire life, especially in fitness. Think about it when you wake up, and the first thing you do is honor your health, push your body, and get your blood pumping. You set the tone of power. You tell your mind, I'm in control. You remind your body, you exist to serve me, not the other way around. That's the secret. When you own your mornings, you begin to own your body. And when you own your body, you begin to own your life. Look around at the people who are drifting. Their mornings are scattered, chaotic, and unstructured. They wake up late, rush out the door, skip breakfast, and wonder why they feel drained. They wonder why they have no discipline, no energy, no confidence. It all starts with the first hour of the day. If your morning is weak, your life will follow. But when your morning is strong, you walk into the day like a warrior ready for battle. Fitness is the battlefield where your mornings are won or lost. If you lace up your shoes, hit the gym, or grind through push-ups and squats at dawn, you're proving to yourself that discipline matters more than comfort. You're showing yourself that you're willing to pay the price of sweat before the world even wakes up. That single decision creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Here's the truth. Excuses are strongest in the morning. That voice in your head will tell you, it's too early, you're too tired, you can work out later. But later never comes. Later is the graveyard of missed dreams, failed goals, and wasted potential. Winners don't wait for later. They rise, they move, and they conquer the morning while others are still asleep. Your body is not just muscle, bones, and skin. It's your temple, your engine, your weapon. Every morning workout is sharpening that weapon. You may not see the results instantly, but every rep, every drop of sweat is a deposit into your future strength. It's the compound effect. Do it daily, and soon your reflection will reveal the warrior you were always meant to be. So here's the challenge. Stop making mornings optional. Stop treating fitness as a maybe. Wake up with fire. Wake up with hunger. Put your body in motion before the day puts you in chains. When you own your morning workout, you own the day. And when you own the day, you own your life. Your mornings are your foundation. Build them strong, and you'll build a body, a mindset, and a future that no one can take away. The alarm is a test of character, that alarm clock in the morning. It's not just noise. It's not just a ringtone. It's the very first test of your day, and how you respond to it tells the truth about who you are, your discipline, your hunger, your future. When that alarm goes off, two voices battle inside you. One voice whispers, "Stay in bed. You deserve more sleep. 5 more minutes won't hurt." That's the voice of weakness. That's the voice of regret. That's the voice that has robbed more people of their dreams than failure ever could. But the other voice, that's the voice of power. It says, "Get up, rise now. You've got goals to conquer. You've got strength to build. You've got a body and a life that won't wait for comfort." The alarm doesn't lie. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care how sore you are or how late you stayed up. It's a mirror reflecting your character. If you hit snooze, you're telling yourself that comfort means more than progress. If you rise, you're telling yourself that growth, discipline, and victory are non-negotiable. That decision may seem small, but it sets the tone for everything else in your day. Think about this. Every champion, every athlete, every warrior of fitness you admire has faced that same test. They didn't become strong by accident. They didn't get their physique by luck. They got it by winning the war against the alarm clock day after day, year after year. They got it by proving that their goals mattered more than their excuses. Fitness is about momentum. When you wake up and immediately break through resistance, you train your mind to dominate. That domination carries into your workout. It carries into your meals. It carries into your choices at work, your energy with your family, your confidence in every room you walk into. Beating the alarm is like hitting the first rep of your day. If you crush it, the rest follows. But here's what most people never admit. Hitting snooze doesn't just cost you time, it costs you self-respect, because deep down you know when you broke your own promise. You said you'd wake up, you said you'd train. And the moment you choose sleep over strength, you weaken the trust you have in yourself. That's dangerous, because if you can't trust yourself to get up, how can you trust yourself to push through that last set? How can you trust yourself to follow a diet, to stick with the grind, to build the body you dream of? On the flip side, when you rise the moment that alarm goes off, you build confidence, you build identity. You reinforce the belief that you are disciplined, unbreakable, unstoppable. That's not just about muscles, that's about character. And character is what separates winners from losers in the gym, in life, in everything. So here's the raw truth. The alarm is not your enemy, it's your trainer. It's the coach that demands accountability before you even hit the gym. Every morning, it throws a challenge at you. Are you going to rise like a warrior or fold like the weak? Every morning, you get the chance to prove to yourself that you're serious. Tomorrow morning, when it goes off, don't hesitate, don't negotiate, don't let weakness speak. Jump out of bed and move. Do push-ups on the floor. Put your workout clothes on. Head straight to the gym. Attack the day before it attacks you. The alarm is not just a sound, it's a question. And the way you answer that question defines your body, your mindset, and your destiny. Champions answer with action. Losers answer with snooze. So ask yourself, who are you going to be? Sweat before sunrise. There's something powerful about training before the sun rises. While the world sleeps, while most people are curled under their blankets, you're out there grinding, sweating, pushing your limits. That's not just a workout, that's a declaration. It's a statement to yourself and to life itself. I will not wait for opportunity, I will create it. When you sweat before sunrise, you give yourself an edge that no one can take away. Think about it. While the average person is still lost in dreams, you're already stacking wins. You're burning calories, building strength, sharpening discipline, and fueling confidence. By the time they open their eyes, you've already proven to yourself that you're a step ahead. That's the secret of champions. They don't do what's convenient. They do what's necessary, even when it's uncomfortable. Fitness isn't just about building muscle, it's about building dominance over excuses, and sunrise workouts are the ultimate excuse killer. Nobody can say they didn't have time because at 5 a.m. there are no meetings, no distractions, no responsibilities pulling you away. It's just you, the silence, and the grind. That's purity, that's focus, that's what separates the disciplined from the disappointed. Here's what most people don't realize. Working out early isn't just physical, it's psychological warfare. The moment you choose to sweat before sunrise, you train your brain to conquer resistance. You program yourself to attack challenges instead of waiting for the perfect time, and that mindset, it carries into every area of life. When you've already crushed a workout before breakfast, suddenly obstacles at work don't intimidate you. Stress doesn't control you. You're calmer, sharper, more alive, because you've already faced yourself and won. Sweat before sunrise and you'll notice something else. The world feels different, the air is fresher, the streets are quieter. There's a sacred energy in those hours, as if the universe is rewarding the few willing to sacrifice sleep for progress. And when your shirt is drenched in sweat before the day even begins, you walk into everything else with a sense of pride and momentum that nobody can fake. That's what builds not just bodies, but warriors. Some people say, I'm not a morning person, but let's be honest, that's just a story they've been telling themselves. The truth is, you can become whatever you need to become. You can train yourself to rise earlier. You can condition your body and mind to perform at their peak before most people even wake up. Stop telling yourself excuses about your DNA, your schedule, or your personality. Champions don't wait for conditions, they create them. If you want a body others envy, if you want strength others respect, then prove it when it's hardest in those dark hours when nobody is watching. Understand this, your body doesn't care about the clock. Your muscles don't care what time it is. They only care about stress, resistance, and effort. Whether it's 5 a.m. or 5 p.m., the weights will challenge you, the treadmill will test you. The difference is this: when you sweat before sunrise, you've already owned the day. You don't let life pile up excuses on you. You don't let emergencies rob your training. You take control before the chaos begins. That's how you guarantee consistency, by attacking the day before the day attacks you. And here's the real magic. Early sweat isn't just about fitness, it's about identity. You begin to see yourself differently. You stop calling yourself lazy or undisciplined. You start calling yourself a warrior, a grinder, a finisher. Because every drop of sweat before the sun rises is proof that you chose strength over comfort. That identity sticks, it grows, it reshapes not only your body, but your entire belief system about what you're capable of. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm hits, don't roll over. Don't wait until the world is awake. Get up, lace your shoes, step into the quiet, lift, run, push, sweat before sunrise, because that's how you prove to yourself that you're not average. You're not here to live like everyone else. You're here to dominate. Every rep before dawn is a reminder. While they sleep, you rise. While they dream, you build. While they wait, you create. And when the sun finally rises, you're already ahead. That's the power of sweat before sunrise. Build momentum before the world wakes up. Momentum is everything. It's the invisible force that carries you through the hardest days, the fuel that pushes you past doubt, pain, and fatigue. And the secret to momentum: build it before the world even knows you're awake. When you rise early and train, you're not just exercising your body, you're setting the tone for the entire day. You're stacking a victory before you've even had breakfast. That's momentum, and here's the truth: the way you start determines the way you finish. If you wake up sluggish, scrolling on your phone, hitting snooze again and again, you're building momentum too, but in the wrong direction. Laziness has momentum, excuses have momentum, comfort has momentum, and once that downhill slide starts, it's hard to stop. But imagine the opposite. Imagine waking before the sun, lacing up your shoes, and attacking the weights or the pavement while the world is silent. That first rep, that first stride, that first bead of sweat, it's the spark. By the time most people are rubbing the sleep out of their eyes, you've already turned that spark into a flame. That flame becomes a fire, and it carries you forward into every challenge the day throws at you. That's momentum. That's the difference between winners and watchers. Momentum in fitness works the same as momentum in life. One good choice leads to another. One disciplined action unlocks the next. Train in the morning, and suddenly you're more intentional with your meals. You don't want to waste the work you already put in, so you eat cleaner, you drink more water, you carry yourself differently with more confidence, more energy, more presence. That single decision to get up and move when it was hardest becomes the domino that knocks down everything else in your favor. Most people underestimate how small actions compound. They think it's the big decisions that change life, but it's not. It's the daily habits, the quiet victories when nobody's watching, that build momentum. Think about it. One missed workout doesn't ruin your progress, but it makes it easier to miss the next. That's negative momentum. On the other hand, one workout when you didn't feel like it doesn't just make you stronger physically, it rewires your brain. It builds self-trust. It makes it easier to show up tomorrow. That's positive momentum. And if you protect it, nurture it, guard it with everything you've got, it will take you places you never dreamed possible. Momentum is also protection. Life will throw storms at you. You'll face stress at work, conflict in relationships, setbacks you didn't see coming. If you don't already have momentum, those storms knock you flat. But if you've built it early, if you've already stacked victories before the chaos, then you're harder to shake. You've already proven to yourself, before the world even started spinning, that you're unstoppable. That resilience is momentum in action. Think about athletes. They don't just walk into the arena cold. They warm up. They build rhythm. They find their flow before the whistle blows. Why? Because they understand the power of momentum. Your mornings are your warm-up for life. Every push-up, every squat, every sprint builds rhythm. Every drop of sweat builds flow. And when the world finally wakes, you're already moving full speed ahead, while everyone else is still trying to find their footing. But here's the catch. Momentum doesn't happen by accident. You have to fight for it. You have to claim it day after day, rep after rep. And the best time to claim it, before distractions creep in, before excuses pile up, before the noise of the world drowns out your determination. That's why mornings matter. That's why you build momentum before the world wakes up. So tomorrow, when that alarm rings, don't think about how tired you are. Don't think about how warm the bed feels. Think about the fire you're about to ignite. Think about the wave you're about to ride all day long. Momentum is your weapon, your shield, your secret advantage. Build it before anyone else has the chance to. Because once momentum is on your side, nothing, not doubt, not fatigue, not failure can stop you. And by the time the world finally wakes up, you'll already be miles ahead. Master consistency, not motivation. Too many people are waiting for motivation. They sit around hoping for the perfect song, the perfect mood, the perfect spark to get them moving. But let me tell you something. Motivation is temporary. Consistency is forever. If you build your life on motivation, you'll quit the moment you don't feel like it. But if you build your life on consistency, nothing can stop you. Motivation is like a match. It burns bright, but it burns out fast. Consistency is like a furnace. It keeps burning because you keep feeding it. And in fitness, in life, in success, the furnace always wins. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just need to do it. That's the secret the champions live by. Think about your muscles. They don't grow because you had one motivated workout. They grow because you showed up again and again, even when it hurt, even when you were tired, even when life told you to quit. That's consistency. That's discipline. That's how results are built brick by brick, rep by rep, day after day. Motivation is fleeting, but consistency builds identity. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you are not controlled by emotions, not controlled by moods, not controlled by circumstances. You are controlled by your decision, and that decision, repeated over and over, becomes who you are. You stop saying, "I'm trying to get fit," and start saying, "I am fit." You stop saying, "I'm trying to eat healthy," and start saying, "I fuel my body," because you've made consistency your lifestyle. The problem is, most people only move when they're inspired, but champions, they move no matter what. Rain, shine, pain, stress, it doesn't matter. They lace up the shoes, they lift the weight, they run the mile. They show up because they know the truth. Success doesn't belong to the motivated, it belongs to the consistent. Let me break it down. Motivation will get you started, but consistency will get you finished. It's easy to go to the gym when you're hyped. It's easy to eat clean when you're excited. It's easy to push when you're feeling good, but the days you don't feel like it, those are the days that count the most. Because those are the days that separate the average from the exceptional. Anybody can train when it's fun. Only warriors train when it's hard. Consistency also builds momentum. The more often you show up, the easier it becomes to keep showing up. One workout turns into two. Two turns into a week turns into a month, and soon you look back and realize you've built a body, a mindset, a lifestyle that most people only dream of. That's not motivation. That's the power of stacking consistent effort. And here's the beautiful part. Consistency removes the need for motivation. Once it becomes a habit, once it's part of your identity, you don't debate it anymore. You don't waste energy asking, "Do I feel like it today?" You just do it. Brushing your teeth isn't motivation, it's consistency. Drinking water isn't motivation, it's consistency. Training should be the same. No excuses, no negotiation, just who you are. Let me ask you this. Do you want short-term hype or long-term transformation? Because hype fades, excitement dies, but consistency leaves a legacy. Every rep you do today will echo tomorrow. Every meal you choose today will show up in your energy tomorrow. Every step you take builds a future that motivation alone could never deliver. So stop waiting for the right mood. Stop waiting to feel inspired. Stop waiting for someone to fire you up. Be your own fire, be your own discipline, be your own consistency, and watch how far that takes you. Because in the end, your results will not reflect how motivated you were on any given day. Your results will reflect how consistent you were across all the days. The strong are not the ones who feel the fire every morning, they're the ones who move even when the fire is gone. So remember this, motivation will lie to you, but consistency will never fail you. Don't master the feeling, master the habit, and once you master consistency, the body, the strength, the power, the life you want, it all becomes inevitable. Your time is now. Listen, at the end of the day, this all comes down to you. Not your coach, not your friends, not your family. You, your body, your mind, your results, they're in your hands. You've heard the truth. Motivation fades, pain is temporary, but discipline and consistency will carve the person you were always meant to be. You don't need to wait for next week. You don't need to wait for the perfect plan. You don't need to wait for anyone's permission. The time is not later. The time is not someday. The time is now. When you wake up tomorrow, remember this. The weights won't lift themselves. The miles won't run themselves. The body won't transform itself. You are the spark. You are the engine. You are the reason. So stop doubting. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. And start moving. Start fighting. Start building, because if you give everything you've got, if you refuse to quit, if you stay consistent no matter what, nothing can stop you. Your time is now. Your power is here. Go earn it. Go claim it. Go become it.